What is up, y'all? It's Dadbot here once again. Quick PSA. If you didn't catch the beginning of the last episode, we are about to make a decision that greatly impacts the game. In the last episode, we made the decision to go ahead and end the game right then and there. We did the Shura ending path, which leads to one of the game's 4 endings right here at this point in the game. This episode, we're going to choose the other option, which will allow us to continue forward to the game and explore new areas and complete the game essentially the way that it was intended to be completed. So we are going to make our way. First of all, I'm going to death blow this guy just so he doesn't become a nuisance. And then we're going to make our way back to where we fought Genichiro, and that is where the decision is to be made.
It's you. The Divine Heir and Lady Emma. They're being targeted. Can I ask you to protect them?
I will.
I
will.
Come on, guy. At least let me talk.
I will.
Okay, enough of that. You can talk to him if you want to. You might have to kill those guys first to get all the dialogue off, but it is what it is. All right, so once you get up here, little scene.
I remember you well. I heard stories of your death, yet here you are. What are you plotting, Owl?
Plotting? I would do no such thing. Now, my lord, I must ask that you accompany me. This old bird has but one desire. To protect the Divine Heir from those that might take his esteemed blood.
So, the dragon's heritage has seduced you too. Then there is nothing to discuss. Take your leave.
I would, my lord, but I'm so stunned by this view. I'd like to take it in just a while longer. I'll leave when I've had my fill.
So, a little plot twist there. Turns out our father Owl has been corrupted by the quest for seeking immortality and the divine heir's dragon's heritage. And so now what we have to do is talk to him.
Father, to think you were still alive.
That was my design, but the same could be said for you. I was certain you died that night.
The power of the Divine Heir brought me back.
That's it.
What?
The Divine Heir's power, the dragon's blood, must be mine.
Father.
Now you see it. Remember the first rule of the code. As your father, I order you to forsake your master. From this moment, he is your master no more.
Forsake the Divine Heir.
Listen to me, Wolf. Obey your father's command, and forsake the Divine Heir.
Okay, so this is the choice we have to make. In the last episode, we chose to obey the Iron Code and forsake Kuro. And in doing that, you have to fight Emma, then you have to fight Ishin, and then the game ends right there with the quote-unquote bad ending, or otherwise known as the Shura ending, where Sekiro becomes Shura, which is the demon, basically giving in to the inner demonic self and having been, seduced by hate and evil from all the people that you've killed and all that stuff. So we did that last time, and this time we're going to break the Iron Code and stay loyal to Kuro, which means instead of fighting Emma and Ishin, we are going to fight Owl.
I cannot do as you ask.
You... what? A shinobi, showing the likes of compassion. Unthinkable. Such a miserable display. Why, boy? Why can't you understand your father's will? Have you forgotten the shinobi code?
A code must be determined by the individual. This is what I've decided. Just as my master did.
Seems you've grown, if just a little. Have it your way, young wolf.
Enough talk.
All right, so a little bit about this fight before we get right into it. Owl has a lot of cheap tricks. He has this one thing where he throws these little orbs that have smoke in them. If you run into the smoke, it will prevent you from using any healing items of any kind for a period of time. So whenever he uses that attack, you kind of want to run away from it. You don't want to get involved with it and get hit by the smoke. Otherwise, it could mean life or death for you. Also, if you're a fan of using the charge stab attack, I would recommend against using it for this fight because Owl is capable of Mikiri countering you. So he will do it. It will cause a lot of damage, as you could possibly imagine. Also, if you've unlocked the Shadow Rush ability and use that frequently, which we have not unlocked in this playthrough, but if you have unlocked it and you use it in your just play style, Shadow Rush, he can Mikiri counter that as well. So I would not recommend using that against Owl either. Other things, he uses poison in his second phase. He's a big fan of throwing shurikens, and he has a few combos to look out for. I'll try to do my best to explain them as they happen. I just wanted to give this a little bit of a primer because I don't think I'd be able to do it very effectively while trying to fight him because he has a lot of attacks, and of course, timing is very important. So those are just some things to look out for on this fight, and good luck. He's tough, but very beatable. Just got to know what to look out for and know what to do and know what to punish and go from there. So without further ado, let us fight Owl.
Been a while since we did this. Give me all.
So when he elbows you like that and does that combo, he's going to throw fireworks. I run to my right and run around the fireworks, and you can almost always get behind him. That's his little smoke ball. You can almost always get behind him when he does that combo and get a couple hits in. I highly recommend doing it that way. So there he does his... And you can run to the side for that one, for that attack where he does his ninja stars, and then he does his front flip, and that big front flip attack, you can run to the side and dodge that. He did it right. He's doing it right here. You can run to the side. You can always know that attack's coming because he throws two ninja stars really quick, and then and then he's generally going to be far behind you, and then he does a big flipping attack, and that's your cue to run to your right, and you can get a couple hits on him. You can see that his posture's recovering very quickly. You got to do some damage before your posture damage on him sticks. Again, you want to look out for that. Oops, there he threw his little ball, so I want to get away from the smoke. When he does that combo where he elbows you, you're going to want to run again to your right, and that'll afford you an opportunity to get behind his fireworks and get a couple shots in as well. Whoops. Oh, I ran right into that. That was bad. All right, I'm going to heal. I'm going to try to heal up here. Of course, he tries to punish it, but if you're on guard, you can get a good deflect in. ninja star, front flip, get behind him, and attack. You always can punish that attack. There's the elbow, run to your right, get behind him, avoid the fireworks, get some hits in. Do that every time. You can punish that every single time. Of course, he's susceptible to fireworks, as with most other bosses. In the second phase, when he does that move, instead of throwing the ninja stars at you, he's gonna throw poison at you. Your best defense against his poison when he does that in the second phase is to run at him, run forward, and you'll run through his little poison attack as well. All right, he's almost out of his first phase. There we go. First death blow done, in good shape. And so his attacks. There's a little cutscene here. His attacks for the second phase are very similar. He's begging for his life, but don't fall for it. His attacks are very similar, but there are some differences. There's his double ninja star, front flip, get behind him and attack. Same deal. There's his elbow attack. I was a little bit too slow, but I still got behind him. I just didn't get as clean of a shot on him as I would have liked. But all that stuff's the same. He still throws his anti-heal stuff at you. Still annoying. And then he has this attack also, which he'll run and try to hit you. So whenever he does that smoke attack, I always try to jump away from his... There's the elbow, run to your right, get behind him every single time. Double ninja star, front flip, get behind him. So he's very... Fortunately, as I should have run straight through that poison, but I wasn't quick enough. And he punished my heal there. I'm gonna throw a firecracker, kind of like what I did with Ishin. I missed my heal. I don't know why I didn't heal there. There we go. It's the same thing you do with Ishin. You throw it, since he tries to punish your healing, you can throw a firecracker, and then when he chases after you to punish your healing, he'll actually end up hurting himself with your firecrackers, or stunning himself in your firecrackers. So I just got poisoned. When I get an opportunity, I might heal it. I might just try to outlast the poison. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna I might just outlast the poison. I'm in bad shape though. I don't even know where he is. There he is. Okay, so throw firecrackers, heal. Oh, well, I just got killed anyway. So
Is absolute. Their will must be obeyed.
all right, firecrackers, heal. Okay. Double ninja star, get behind him. I might even pop some confetti just to have a better shot. Ugh. So he's gonna try to... He got the attack off that time, dang it. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna throw a firecracker. Oh gosh, dang it. All right, so you see how cheap he is. It's not, So anyway, take everything you learned from that, and, hopefully I'll have better luck without having to explain everything when it's going on. I'm going to do very minimal talking this time, and, whoops, well, that didn't go as planned. I'm not even going to bother resting. I'm just going to use a pellet to recover the rest of my health here. Missed the backstab on that guy. That's just how things are going this episode. All right, so this is the second attempt on Al. And you can see how cheap he is. But hopefully this time, without explaining everything, I'll be able to concentrate a little bit better and have a better outcome this time. Got lucky there. Oh my gosh. Spoke too soon.
Their will must be obeyed. Yet, I'm sensing some insubordination.
Ugh. Not going well. Okay, so much for doing better that time. Third time is a charm. I do my best not to edit out deaths and whatnot from my walkthroughs. I like to show the true experience of the game, warts and all, as well as I did against Ishin, who I think is actually a harder boss than Owl in the last episode. As well as I did against him, I'm doing just as bad against Owl. Fortunately, got some unseed aid there. You know, really for me, it depends on the playthrough. Sometimes on a given playthrough, I'll struggle against a certain boss for some unknown reason, and other playthroughs, I'll struggle against different bosses. No telling what's going to happen.
Unthinkable. Why?
Enough talk.
Been a while since we did this. Give me your all.
Oof. Oops. He's not really doing very many of the punishable combos this time around. He did a lot more of them the first go around, and it's oh, too far back. Ugh, good grief.
One. The parent is absolute. Their will must be obeyed. Yet, I'm sensing some insubordination.
There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. All right. Get away from me. Throwing some confetti. Hopefully this will help. That stupid poison. This is like the ultimate Miyazaki boss. He just trolls you relentlessly into submission. Ah, dang it. Wasted an opportunity there. Ooh. Bad, 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 bad. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Oh, I got hit by his anti-heal thing, I think. Ooh. Dang it. Come on. Throw some pellets on. Oh, okay. I see how it be. And he's trying to recover. Dang it. Oh, did I get away? I did. Throw on some confetti. Hopefully end this thing via a vitality kill. Get out of here. Get out of here. Enough's enough.
Shadow, you taught me well.
That's my boy.
Okay, and we get a memory and an aromatic branch. Dried aromatic wood from the Everblossom plucked by the wolf's father. The Everblossom is a Sakura tree and as such is ripe with nostalgia. Takeru would likely gaze upon this branch when once it bloomed, reminded of home. One of the incense ingredients sought by the divine heir for immortal severance. Okay, got through that. Wasn't pretty, but we did it. Let's rest up and use our memory to enhance our attack power. The great shinobi owl's unbridled ambition was to obtain the power of the dragon's heritage. Now is the time to let one's true name ring out across all of Japan. It was all for the sake of this ambition. Excellent. Okay, so now we got to go down and pay Kuro a visit.
As I told you before, the mortal blade should be able...
Yes, I shall tell.
Of course.
Okay, nothing new from her. So let us talk to Kuro.
Wolf
I am relieved to see that you are safe.
and Owl,
I killed him,
I am sorry.
Lord Kuro.
I am sorry.
I did what had to be done.
Wolf, thank you.
My father, this was in his possession.
This branch. It's from the Everblossom tree? I see. So Owl had it.
Everblossom.
Lady Emma spoke of it once. The Everblossom is a sakura tree that was brought over from the divine realm by Lord Takeru. It once bloomed behind this castle. However, when a branch was cut off and the flowers taken, the Everblossom eventually dried and withered away.
So this is that branch?
Yes, I believe so.
We are a step closer to the Fountainhead incense.
Yes. Yes, that's right, Wolf.
My lord, I have procured the ingredients for the aroma.
Oh, so that is the stone for the Fountainhead incense? What a peculiar shape it is.
Yes. It had been made into some sort of shrine.
So it was just as Lord Takeru wrote.
Yes. There was also an inscription, a sweetly scented bridal offering, written on the altar.
Bridal? What sort of place was this?
It was in a cave, beyond a door made of solid rock.
In that case, where was the wedding procession headed? No way to know, I guess.
Sweetly scented. Lord Kuro. That place might be the gateway to the divine realm.
I see. Sweetly scented. Meaning wrapped in the Fountainhead incense. That is what it might be referring to. Wolf, did you speak with Lady Emma?
I did.
And? What did she say?
That it could be possible with the mortal blade.
I see. So the mortal blade will allow my blood to flow.
As you wish.
This should be all of the necessary ingredients for the aroma. Wolf, burn the incense.
As you wish. My lord.
Wolf, the mortal blade. Fear not. I will only make a shallow cut. Would you draw the mortal blade from its sheath?
Yes, my lord.
Forgive me, but close your eyes.
Yes, my lord.
It's over now, Wolf.
How is the wound?
I'm fine. I just made a small cut on my chest. So this is the Fountainhead incense. It's so extraordinarily nostalgic.
I see.
Well, do you notice anything different?
The aroma and Fountainhead Palace. Those words have been burned into my mind.
Fountainhead Palace. It's just as Lord Takeru wrote. That place must lead to the Divine Realm. But how can the Fountainhead Palace be reached?
A sweetly scented bridal offering. That was written on the altar where the fragrant stone was placed.
Yes. You now carry the aroma of the Fountainhead incense. I believe the path leading to the Fountainhead Palace will open before you if you go to the shrine within the cave. Immortality shall soon be severed. I'm counting on you, Wolf.
As you wish.
Okay, so we have to go back to the cave where in Mibu Village, right after we fought the Phantom Corrupted Monk. Now that we have the incense. Before we do that, there is some stuff we need to do in order to unlock one of the game's potential endings. Starting with eavesdropping on Kuro from behind this gate here. So you have to take these exact steps. Starting right here, if you don't do it now, you'll miss it. And this again, if you proceed with these steps, it not only unlocks one of the endings of the game, it also unlocks an area and a boss of the game that you would not be able to get to otherwise unless you did these steps that I'm about to do. So first things first, we have to eavesdrop on Kuro right here from behind this gate.
We're almost there. Yes, do what must be done.
Okay, so we've done that. There's going to be a bunch of resting and whatnot that we have to do with these sculptors' idols. But again, you have to do all of this, otherwise you're going to miss out on an area of the game, an optional area, an optional boss, and you're going to miss out on the opportunity to get one of the game's 4 endings. So now we got to go back up here, talk to Emma.
I must do what must be done. That is what the diviner said. He must be hiding something.
I see.
What is it?
Lord Takeru spoke of beheading in his memoirs.
Yes.
Perhaps the act of beheading was the means to end immortality, along with the life of the divine heir.
What?
If you walk the path of immortal severance, then you must use the mortal blade to...
End my lord's life.
Yes. Lord Kuro desires immortal severance. I understand that. I do. And yet, Master Wolf, might there be a path where Lord Kuro need not lose his life?
The dragon's heritage is no ordinary power. There could be such a path.
Well then, Master Wolf, I ask that you help me find such a path. A path where Lord Kuro need not die.
So we learn that in order to sever immortality as Kuro wishes, among other things, we need to behead him, ultimately, with the mortal blade. And that is not a favorable outcome. So that is actually what happens if you just follow the normal game's path and you don't do any of the extra stuff to unlock any of the other endings. That is how the game essentially, that's how you sever immortality, so to speak. But as we're learning, there may be other paths to ridding the world of the dragon's heritage, which is believed by Kuro to perhaps be cursed. So let's agree, Kuro cannot be allowed to die. You have to choose this option in order to proceed with this quest line.
I will not let my lord die.
Thank you.
We must find a starting point.
Yes. Oh, yes, Lady Tomoe's. Master Wolf, I might have a place to start. I'll look into it and let you know as soon as I find something.
Thank you.
Also, we may want to.
Keep this from the divine heir.
Yes.
Okay. So again, we need to rest. And go back and talk to Emma, who now has a word.
Master Wolf, I found something. Here.
Tomoe's note. A note written in Tomoe's soft handwriting. Lord Takeru's coughs are worsening still. Returning to the divine realm is hopeless, and I wish only to sever the dragon's heritage and restore his humanity. Restoration requires the ever blossom and the mortal blade, and yet I cannot acquire the latter. It was hidden by the high priest of Simpo Temple, who has no desire to sever the immortal ties.
Purification?
Yes. It says here, there is a way to cut the ties of the dragon's blood and transform its owner into a regular human being. The process requires a flower from the Everblossom, as I told you once before. The Everblossom is a sakura tree that Lord Takeru brought here from the divine realm. However, someone cut a branch from the tree and stole the flowers, and the Everblossom eventually dried and withered away. So the Everblossom tree has been entirely lost.
If the tree itself no longer exists, the flowers don't exist either.
Correct. But the branch that was stolen did have flowers on it. So if it could be found...
Is this the branch from the Everblossom tree? It was in my father's possession.
Master Owl. But there are no flowers on this branch.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. I was just trying to remember back to when the Everblossom still flourished. But try as I might, the memory is hazy. They're graves.
What?
I think I'll pay a visit to Lord Takeru and Lady Tomoe's graves. That's where the Everblossom once grew. Something might come back to me.
Okay, so maybe there's another way out of here without having to behead Kuro to complete immortal severance. Maybe there's a way to restore his humanity, and that is what we're pursuing right now. So you got to rest. You'll notice Emma is now gone. So she mentioned she was going to visit the grave site. So we are going to warp to the old grave. Alternatively, you can just go around the back of the castle and kind of jump down and, you'll be close-ish. I'm just being lazy and warping. You can go about it whichever way you so choose. So, over here is the grave site, and here is Emma.
Why must that be the only way?
Hello?
Master Wolf, how long have you been there?
Have you remembered anything?
Nothing, I'm afraid.
Nothing.
That's right. I'm sorry. I wasn't able to remember anything significant. Perhaps one of my old friends can help. I'll meet with Orangutan at his temple.
Orangutan?
Yes. It's the sculptor's old nickname.
Okay.
Back then, Lord Takeru would play the flute, and Lady Tomoe would dance under the Everblossom. It was a wonderful sight. Perhaps one of my old friends has some memories of those days. I'll speak with Orangutan at his temple.
All right. So after doing this, we have to go back to the dilapidated temple. And you can't just go straight back to the temple. You have to have that conversation with her first. So travel back to the dilapidated temple. And this is going to be the last bit of speaking and or eavesdropping that we have to do. And we will get some guidance in terms of where to go next after this to complete this quest. So here we can eavesdrop.
Emma, does that sit well with you?
I can't honestly say. To achieve their goal of immortal severance, either he or Lord Kuro must die. Why does that have to be the only way?
So will you keep that from them?
But orangutan, if I give this to him, he's going to die.
So it turns out that this other pathway we're exploring, Kuro keeps his humanity, but it turns out that we would have to die in his place. So two options. Neither of them sound very good.
Oh, you're here, Master Wolf.
Was the sculptor able to help?
Unfortunately, no. I'm afraid we'll need to look for other clues.
Okay, so we at this point you have to ask about what you overheard from that eavesdrop
One
back
of
there.
us must die. What did that mean?
Were you listening this whole time?
Tell me.
I saw it. That day beneath the branches of the Everblossom tree. Lady Tomoe tried to commit suicide.
Why?
She said those made immortal by the oath of the dragon's heritage shackle their masters.
So in order for the purification to occur, the oathbound of the dragon's heritage must die?
Yes, precisely.
But she was unable to achieve the purification.
Correct. She did not have the mortal blade. I don't want to lose Lord Kuro, or you, but all paths are leading to dead ends.
Okay, so we learned that they, when it came to Tomoe and Takeru, they did not even have the mortal blade. They could not find it, which is why they were not able to completely get rid of the dragon's heritage, which was then passed on to Kuro. So we have to at this point ask what she is hiding.
What are you hiding?
So, you overheard.
Tell me. Do what must be done. I will live by those words, as my master does.
Here.
Okay, so we get the Father's Bell Charm, a bell charm previously owned by the Owl. The Owl held this bell for a long time. Offering at the dilapidated temple may result in seeing a different memory than before. There's no way of knowing why this protective bell exists. Perhaps the Owl kept it for himself, or perhaps he meant to give it to someone.
Is this a bell?
It fell off Owl's dead body, if I'm not mistaken. You and Master Owl have a deep connection. Should you offer it to Buddha, it may be a different experience than the one you had before.
I will try it.
I am not sure what memories you will see, but the bell belonged to Master Owl. So please, take care.
Alrighty.
Goodbye, Master Wolf.
So we got what we came here for. So actually, if you offered that at the Buddha, it would take us to a different memory at the Harada estate. First, we're going to carry on with, I guess, what we would say the main story. We're going to circle back to that bell that we just got actually in the next episode. But first, before we do that, let us head to the Wedding Cave door, which, if you remember, we created the incense that we needed to create with Kuro, and now that scent lingers on us, and we are now able to conduct the ritual that needs to be done in order for us to access the divine realm. And this is at the cave where we got the shelter stone at the very end of Mibu Village. So now we can pray inside of here and watch what happens. So, giant rope man dude there apparently likes that smell, and he transports us to the Divine Realm. And you can see we just got the trophy unlocked for, I guess, reaching all of the different areas of this game, all the different locations. This is the last location, unique location, I should say, of this game. So here we can pick up some pellets. And this is the Divine Realm, also known as Fountainhead Palace. And you can see right off the bat, we have a sculptor's idol. So to unlock that. I'm actually going to have to cut this one right here, unfortunately. Unlike my other episodes where I mostly do them in the middle of the night, this one I'm doing in the afternoon, and I got to get back to real life here. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I hope you found it helpful, despite my couple of unfortunate and untimely deaths to the owl boss, but eventually we got through. Hopefully you learned a thing or two from watching that fight. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, join the squad, and also leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know how things are going, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves and have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys next time.